Are we here? Are we alive? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. Oh, well, give it a moment. The music will start blaring in a moment. But before then, hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Oh, here we go. Yes. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to more Elden Ring, where last time we moved on from the deep root depths and began exploring Mount Gelmir, and we basically did most of what there was to do, so we're kind of just gonna wrap up all of the questline stuff relating to Mount Gelmir, and then we will head to the Volcano Manor, which we will then join, because that's a whole entire faction with its whole entire, like, optional side plot that you can do. And, yeah, we'll be doing that. And welcome into stream, everyone. It's so lovely to see you all around. Of course, hello to Melissa, and hello to Moon. Hello to any lurkers and VOD watchers. Hope you're all having a nice time. And, I'm doing pretty okay myself. I've had a nice, restful day, not pushing myself too hard, because I wanted to make sure to conserve a lot of my energy and mental stack for playing more Elden Ring, because, you know, I've really been enjoying my time with Elden Ring, and I really want to absorb all the details and really just savor this first playthrough while it still lasts. But yeah, with that all out of the way, I guess we can just boot up our save file and get back into the game. I don't really have anything else to add. Alright, here we are. We're gonna load in at the Craftsman Shack. So yes, we are here in Mount Gelmir. And I have some runes there, but they're not actually there. They're underground. So we're not getting those back. Just don't worry about those. I'm just adjusting my chat window a little bit. Yeah, so we did a bunch of exploration. We met Alexander here. We did his questline stuff. Patches is around here, and we're actually going to go and talk to him as our last thing that we do before we go into the Volcano Manor. That's kind of it. Yeah, no, I really can't think of anything else to add there. Well, thank you, Moon, for the 15 stream streak with the message, "Streaking for my wife. Enjoy the extra channel points." Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to do. That's definitely a dungeon there, which I guess that kind of counts as part of Altus Plateau / Mount Gelmir, so I guess we can go and do that. I definitely know that there's a dungeon, like, around here-ish. There's, like, a cave. I don't know how you would really get to it, though. I guess you go from this Grace, then you head all the way down here, and then you go through here, it looks like, potentially. So, point is that we have a lot of content to keep us busy for the whole entire stream, and on the weekend, or like Friday, Saturday for me, we'll be getting started on the Volcano Manor. So yes, first we want to explore this village here, because there's an item that we need for Bok's questline. And then there's going to be another NPC around here-ish, I think, who is important for Selen's questline, Sorceress Selen. And we're pretty much just going to be focusing primarily on her questline for most of this stream, because Mount Gelmir is when you actually hit the point of the game where you can actually, like, do all of Selen's questline. We can just binge through it all, so maybe I should have titled the stream, titled the VOD, something relating to Selen, but we're still doing stuff in Gelmir, technically. And Selen's questline really does just continue in Gelmir, so let's just continue on. I don't want to pull up my inventory. Do I want to review any item descriptions from last time? Well, we got the jar, which is awesome. which, yes, it fits cleanly over the head when upturned, made with pride by Iron Fist Alexander. In a uniquely jar-like gesture of friendship, it boosts the power of throwing pot items. And I guess we could look at the pulley crossbow again. Crossbow made with pulleys and power springs. The complex mechanism, which required advanced mathematical and mechanical understanding to craft, was likely made by a certain genius who learned Golden Order fundamentalism. One touch fires a volley of bolts. Be warned, large stores of bolts can be quickly spent. Right, and we also got Roiling Magma, which I'm surprised is a sorcery, not an incantation. And it does mention at the bottom that, yes, Rickard is the son of Queen Renala, or one of the sons of Queen Renala. Alright, yeah, no, that's pretty much all I wanted to look at again. Just, you know, because I was tired at the end of last stream, of course, and, you know, I was definitely reading the descriptions, but not really processing the information. But pulley crossbow basically has the exact same description as the mechanical bow, the pulley bow, whatever it's called. I forgot its name already. Alright. So let's explore the village here. And a bunch of demi-humans, surprising no one. I was actually playing some Night Rain off stream today, so hopefully my Night Rain muscle memory doesn't fuck me up here. Go giant hunt. There we go. Finally, some quiet. Sacramental bud. Why is it always dung? Hey, no, sacramental buds are nice. You primarily use them for, like, items relating to rot. Like the Boluses to cure Scarlet Rot. So they're handy. They're not dung. Like, yeah, I know that I barely use crafting myself, but still. I didn't mean to cast that at point blank range. Can't forget my jump attacks. I'm dropping a bunch of rainbow stones. Oh, that's one of the... I don't know what they're actually called, but the flesh eaters. Rattling pate. You're beautiful! Oh my goodness. There it is. We've been waiting for it. Ow. Oh my god, what's a sorcerer doing here? Likely sorcerer. Didn't expect teacher, exactly. Oh my gosh, please. Please jump down here. No, you're just gonna throw pots? That's okay as well. I can jump. Oh, more starlight shards. Don't really need them for anything at this point. I'll just hoard them. And we'll check the item description of the... Ooh! Errant Sorcerer Manchette, or Manchettes, Sorcerer Boots, Sorcerer Robe Altered. Okay. Yeah, so we have a ton of item descriptions we'll be able to look at in a moment. The 99 plus Golden Rune Club, let's go. Hey Alex Speedling, oh really? Did I finally hit that? That's awesome. I've just been hoarding the mini ones. Haven't used them in a while. But yeah, we just got the Errant Sorcerer armor, and we also got the Prattling Pate You're Beautiful, which, spoiler alert, we do actually need for Box Questline. Well, Box Questline has a route split, and for the route that I'm going, I need the You're Beautiful Prattling Pate. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see that icon there being sent to the box. Oh my god. Yeah, I should probably, like, use all of them and just, like, buy Stone Sword keys. That's an idea. Just want to double check. 100 is worth... Okay, 20k. Let me guess, Arteria Leaf? No! Pyrodusk Glintstone Crown. Okay. It's like I see the purple glow and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be Arteria Leaves. Yeah, those are appreciated, of course, but... I don't desperately need Arteria Leaves because I very rarely engage with the crafting systems of this game. I have it for, like, throwing pots and status curing items, and that's kind of it. Alright. There's a demi-human queen here, so... I guess let's just buff up and take them all on. Alright, I have Tops's barrier. Technically, I can parry these. Well, you see, its usage is inconsistent, to say the least. There we go. There's Demi-Human Queen Maggie. You can just kind of run past most glintstone shards. And they can't really do anything about it. But I could actually die here if I'm not careful enough. I really just need to... Actually, I can get on Torrent. What's one word that sorcerers hate? That's right, it's mobility. Can't believe that did one shot. Alright, there we go. Now we can actually play Elden Ring. We can play Elden Ring the way I want to play it. We're on foot, one-on-one target, you know, spamming jump attacks and R1s. I can't believe that whiffed. But geometry's being a little funky. There we go. Oh no, I'm not riposting that. You have like 2 seconds to riposte a demi-human queen. But it wasn't gonna work out with that geometry. Anyway, there we go. Boss done. And we got a memory stone for it. Awesome. Very luring out. Yeah, that's also a strategy. But I think the Unga Bunga strat works pretty well. I saw a grace around here somewhere, or maybe I was imagining things. I can always just go back to the first grace. But yes, an NPC for Selen's questline is going to be further up ahead. I'll just head back here for now. We can't really level up, but we can just... I won't sit at the grace, I just want to chill here and look at item descriptions. Oh wait, am I still in... Wait, what? Oh my gosh. That one followed me all the way here. There we go. Those recipes it's used in are more complex also. I'm guessing you've already experienced the dark bead type attack. I believe I have. Yeah. A little shotgun. Oh wait, no, that's... Oh my god, yeah, there's so many different Dark Souls sorceries that have an equivalent in Elden Ring. Pretty sure I've, like, experienced most of them. Alright. We have... 4 item descriptions to look at. Crystal Burst hurts like Dark Bead when they use it. Yep. Crystal Burst is amazing, and in Night Rain it's like pretty much the meta sorcery to go for if you're being a caster. Especially like Duchess. I would say that Duchess is like one of the best casters in the game. Probably the best caster in the game, because she can fully charge Crystal Burst and then use her character ability to duplicate it so you get 2 Crystal Bursts. Only problem is she doesn't really have any tools for like dealing with FP management like Recluse does. But yeah, Crystal Burst good. But also it's fucking scary to be on the receiving end of. Alright, let's take a look at our loot here. We have the Hierades Glintstone Crown. One of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed upon Rhea Lucaria scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence and endurance to the detriment of FP. The Crown of Hierades was granted to scholars who engaged in nomadic study away from the academy. Spiritual spam cost restage and cost. Oh, then charge and restage. Oh, I see. Understood. So yeah, another Glintstone Crown that I'm not going to use. FP isn't that relevant. You can get so many Starlight Shards. Should be running FP Relics. Yeah, that is true. That is very, very, very true. Alright. Just rereading the description again, because I am pretty well rested, but yeah, just my ability to process the item descriptions I read is a little bit dulled at the moment, so I kind of gotta, like, read it in my head, in addition to reading it out loud, to actually go like, oh, yes, my brain is understanding the words now. Alright, yeah, so nomadic study, basically, and that explains why it's all the way out here, away from the academy. Alright, and then the Errant Sorcerer Robe Altered. Commonplace robe made of thick cloth, worn by the errant sorcerer Wilhelm, one of the first tarnished to visit Round Table Hold. A silent seeker of sorcery who had gone so far as to make contact with the primeval current, Wilhelm was led by guidance into confrontation with his friend Vargrim, and it is said he was then taken prisoner in the Round Table Hold. What the hell? That's so much lore! And then, of course, right after reading that, we have commonplace leather boots, sturdy enough to withstand a long journey. Commonplace leather manchettes, or manchettes, however you say it. Their hands are inlaid with dulled glintstone. Okay, yeah, so this is interesting. We're learning about, like, the original Tarnished who were at the Round Table Hold. I feel like it should be to visit the Round Table Hall, but, like, it's not technically wrong to say to visit Round Table Hall. It sounds weird. Okay. Yes, I have 250 hot rocks. What about it? Or 230, sorry. Yeah, what about it? I need them. I need to hoard everything. You got a problem with that? I'm being silly, I'm being silly. I just like to hoard the crafting materials and, like, grab as many as possible. Yeah, sorry, just reading this in my head again. Okay, so yeah, I'm just thinking about the bottom part of the item description again. Make contact with the primeval current, like... What does that mean? That's so, like, I can't really think of much that would be referring to. Maybe the greater will itself? I don't know. But yeah, it sounds like Wilhelm was a very much accomplished Tarnished before. He was supposedly defeated by Vargrim, and then locked away in the Round Table Hold, which... I wonder where? I wonder... I guess he escaped? Why would the cloves be here? I don't know, there's a lot going on with this, and we'll uncover more as we learn about the original Tarnished of the Round Table Hold. Alright. And then Prattling Pate, you're beautiful. Or sorry, let me say it in the voice. Prattling Pate, you're beautiful. Twisted clay sculpt in the shape of a demi-human head emits a voice that says, "You're beautiful." A wistful fetish that imparts voices and words on an eternal journey. Unconditional love. Unrestrained assurance. It must have been a mother speaking. Yeah, I can see why you would need this for box questline. Oh, yeah, and yeah, of course, to use it.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Should probably just put it in my pouch. But I should really unbind the skeletal militiaman ashes, because, like, I am not using them. I don't even know what to put on that slot. Like, what's something that I would use relatively often? I guess throwing pots, potentially? Flask of Wondrous Physics, so I don't have to scroll to it. That's also potentially an option. Because, yeah, it is kind of a dead slot if I'm not using anything for it. I could also just put "You're beautiful" there. So I could just use it mid-combat. Yeah, I really like this item description with the part at the bottom. It's sweet. Okay. Yeah, let me put one of my remembrances on that slot so I can use it by mistake and then be like, no! Yeah, I guess I'll just put, like... I'll put the Flask of Wondrous Physic there, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, because I could, like, put a consumable there, like Exalted Flash, or, like, a throwing knife or something. I don't know. Also, Graces, like, I could use those more often. There's a lot of things that I could use more often that I simply don't. Because I don't need them, I'm that skilled. Yeah, let's just put it there. Saves me having to scroll to it, and then I can just have this be my item wheel. Is like throwing pots and my flask. Speaking of throwing pots, we can actually make some. Yeah, like we can make a bunch of volcano pots. That's an idea. I'm actually looking through the stuff that I can make. It's like I collect all the crafting recipes, but I don't actually care about what I can make with all of it. It's just a lot of stuff where I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I don't need it though. Yeah, no, that's fine. Volcano pots are the cheapest fire pots to make. Don't need mushrooms. Exactly. I don't know how useful they're going to be up here in Mount Gelmir with like a lot of fire-related enemies, but I'll give them a try. And yeah, they're really cheap to make. We go up here, scroll all the way here. There it is. Oh, I've never read the item description of it before. Not that it really has any important lore, it just explains its functionality. A craftable item prepared using a cracked pot. Powdered volcanic rock is sealed inside. Throw at enemies to disperse a cloud of heat, dealing continuous damage to those caught inside for a short duration. Alright, that's that. Let's go and meet the NPC that's all the way up there now. We're just silently gonna ride through the hermit village. Oh, I guess I didn't loot this body. What would I do without having that one glass shard? Alright, so I think the NPC we're looking for is... Yep, there you are. I knew there was gonna be a grace nearby. Alright, put my weapon away, and... pick up these here and then say hi. What? Oh, Comet Azure. Okay. Wait, you just don't talk? Read message. Praise the sorcerer, then let there be ruin. First off, joy. Okay. Okay, we'll look at the item description of this, and then I believe we need to go to Sorcerer Sullen with this. Comet Azure. Legendary sorcery devised by Azure, primeval sorcerer. Fires a tremendous comet in a torrent akin to the distant starry expanse. The place said to be the origin of glintstone. Hold to continue releasing the sorcery's power. When Azure glimpsed into the primeval current, he saw darkness. He was left both bewitched and fearful of the abyss. That's a 60 intelligence requirements. Of course I can't use it. But okay, there's some extra lore there on the primeval current. Heresy. Me leveling intelligence is not happening. I'm not using this. As cool as it is, I ain't using it. But we do need to collect the legendary sorceries and incantations for all Steam achievements, so I'm happy to have this, happy to read its item description, and I'm happy to now go to Sullen and be like, hey, we found this. I don't really know where the story is going to go from there. I'm just following the steps and seeing what happens along the way. Okay. And then, yeah, the primeval current, huh. Alright. Let's go say hi to Sullen. Alright, wait, that's what this grace is called? Is it literally just... Oh, it is Primeval Sorcerer Azure. Alright, I'm guessing we're talking to... because there's like 3 different Sullens, I think. Or, there's multiple Sullens, I know that. I'm guessing we're gonna go and talk to the one that is in Limgrave, which is here.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
Show Azir's sorcery.
What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding Glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice.
Tell me your story.
If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want Glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together. Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher.
Okay, wait, I have a favor, Walsk? Okay.
I need your help.
Oh, it's just repeating dialogue?
Master Lusat is another founding Glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azure, he was banished from the Academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this Glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him.
Okay, never mind, it is new dialogue.
I need him to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now.
Okay, lead on Lusat.
After his expulsion from the Academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the Glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby. After his expulsion from the Academy, I heard that a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the Glintstone key I gave you from a Celian, so it wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose.
Alright.
You wish to resume? Indeed.
Let's take a look at the key. I do know where we find Lusat, thankfully. Don't have to, like, figure it out on my own. Celian Sealbreaker. Glintstone key received from the sorcerer Selen, capable of breaking the seal that keeps Master Lusat confined. Celia, town of sorcery, can be found in Caelid. This key was said to have been found in the possession of a Celian sorcerer. Okay. It's one of the dungeons that we've already been through. We need to go back there to find Master Lusat. And interesting that, yeah, so we're restoring the primeval current so that Glintstone sorceries can be unbound of taboo. They can wreak havoc upon the world or something. This sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. Alright. But just looking at this item description again, because it does mention the primeval current. And then also, this description also mentions the primeval current. Yeah, Wilhelm made contact with it. Interesting. Very, very interesting stuff going on here. Unfortunately, my character only has 9 intelligence, so she can't use any sorceries, and probably has no place hanging out with sorcerers, but it's funny that way. Have you considered it's funny that way? I'm just glad that the quest lines aren't, like, locked behind having an actual intelligence stat. Because that has been a problem in previous Souls games. Yeah, have you considered comedy? Exactly. Look, Stalin probably took me in as a student so she can point and laugh at me behind my back and be like, haha, her dumbass only knows how to throw lightning spears. So primitive. I find that funny. I don't know. Alright. Just, sorry, just checking item descriptions again. I will check my notes to actually see if there's any mention of, like, reloading the area here. Nope. Okay, yep, we just go to the Celia Hideaway dungeon, and then we talk to Selen. Where it says, specifically go north of the Church of the Plague in Caelid to find the Celian Hideaway, which I think I've already done that already. Sure, I've already been there. Let's see. I hate 2 peas in the pot. I did int build, I can't solve puzzles, so I imagine most of the int NPC probably laughing at me. Hope you're doing alright. Like, you have high int and still dumb? Well, it doesn't specify what the intelligence is for, you know, there's different types of intelligence out there. This is specifically intelligence regarding magic and glintstone in the context of this game. Yeah, so we can go here to the Celia Hideaway. I need to remember to actually equip my Knight's Greatsword as well. Maybe it's, like, emotionally intelligent. Yeah, how does the game actually describe intelligence? Required to perform glintstone sorceries, also boosts magic power of intelligence, scaling sorceries, improves magic resistance. So yeah, it's specifically your knowledge of the glintstone sorceries. Not actually how smart you are as a character. Alright, so I don't actually know where to use this in this dungeon. I'm guessing I just have to... So we've already done this dungeon before. We looted the whole thing, we, like, fought all of the enemies. I guess I'm just gonna have to look around to see, because I don't quite remember where I need to go. There might be player messages to guide me along there. It could be at the end of the dungeon, for all I know. I genuinely don't remember. It's been a decent portion of time since we were lost in Caelid. You know, because we did all the underground maps, and we've been through the Altus Plateau, like the central area, so... Brain's foggy. I don't exactly remember where things are. So, sure, why not? Let's just fall to my death. Or, no, fall to fight the Royal Revenants. Let's head there for try healing. Yeah. Alright, I have another memory slot. I should probably equip new incantation there. That is an idea. Didn't realize that these ones were still here. I'm definitely sleepy, but I'm not, like, sleepy to the point of, like, not being able to stream Elden Ring. Just means that we'll go at a slower pace than usual. Okay, maybe some combat will help me rejuvenate my energy. Fire head. Good to know, good to know. Don't require a head. So, I guess... we don't really need to go this way, do we? I really don't remember. My memory of this particular dungeon is, like, non-existent. Yeah, be wary of strong foe. Oh, wait, I see, I just looped back around here. I'm guessing I have to either go to the end of the dungeon or somewhere else in it. So, I mean, that's where we could start looking. We could just, like, go to the end of the dungeon and then backtrack from there. Besides, I don't mind having to grab more moss here. I like that I say having, like I have to. You see, I see crafting items I can pick up, and I'm like, I must have them. Oh, wait, is this it? Hidden path ahead, yeah, because we opened this, and then... no, that's just a dead end. Oh wait, I think I'm starting to remember. I'm pretty sure there was something at the end of the dungeon. But let's head all the way there. How anyone was able to do Sorcerer's Salen's questline when the game first came out, I have no clue. I feel like most of the quest lines in this game have been, like, the most straightforward a FromSoft game has ever been. Which is still, like, pretty... what's the word? Esoteric. But definitely a lot better than past games. Yeah, okay, it's not at the end of the dungeon. It's not outside the dungeon, then. See, I really wish that this questline guide, like, mentioned, where the actual place to use this was. Because, like, why wouldn't I explore this dungeon when I'm in Caelid? You know, it's not like I'm gonna come and save it for later. Hey Goblin, thank you so much for the self-care redeem. Yeah, I want to find Master Lusat, and then we can take that break. I don't know where he is. That's Sly Dog. Hope you're doing alright. Thank you for the head pats. Light, yeah. That's like the guy from Death Note. Good to see you. Good to see you too. We're doing questline stuff. Must be here somewhere. I could smell witchery. So true. We're helping out the sorcerers do their nerd stuff. But I have no clue where Lusat is. Yeah, because, like, he's either in this dungeon or... Try good luck. Oh wait, here? Treasure chest ahead? I'm pretty sure this is just, like, the path leading to the Crystallian Ashes that we did before? Cave ahead, likely hidden path. Pretty sure we've been this way before. We certainly have. Oh yeah, and then I'm pretty sure this leads to the spot, right? Through here? I'm gonna head therefore try jump attack. Wait, no, this just took me back to the... Back to the section down here. Maybe I will take that break and I'll just look it up during the break. Where the fuck do I use this key? Do you need a hint? Yes. Yes, I do. Thank you. Dark place? Okay. Oh my gosh, it's the dark place from Alan Wake. one of these days, I'll play through the Alan Wake games on stream. I would like to, but obviously, you know, with the way that I play through games, I'm not gonna finish every single video game on the earth, you know, before my time comes. Thinking maybe, like, going back up. Alright, I don't want to, like, drop all the way down here. And, like, take that unnecessary fall damage. It's a hidden wall! And this is a light place, obviously. But now I'm paranoid about hidden walls. The thing that annoys me... Would this be a hall? The thing that annoys me is that I'm pretty certain that, like, I saw it last time. Or maybe I didn't. I mean, like, these VODs are, you know, like, gonna be up on YouTube. So I'll be able to go back to the footage and be like, no, her ass is lying, she didn't find it. I'm pretty good at lying down for at least 8 hours. Sleep is fun. Yeah, I'm trying to, backtrack to the previous room, because it's definitely not in this room. I'm just trying to remember my way back. Oh shoot. That could have been disastrous. Hey V, it's lovely to see you around. We're doing Sorcerer Selen's questline, and we have to find Master Lusat here in this cave. This dungeon that we've already done. And I am just not finding it. But yeah, I'm gonna try in this previous room. I'm just like praying with my fingers crossed that there's gonna be a player message that points it out. It's like the equivalent of yellow paint in video games for me, but player messages. This is a pretty dark spot. I mean, it's pretty dark around here everywhere. Here! Wait, over here? Oh wait, oh, you go around that way. I'm pretty sure I've already explored that before. Or have I? We're trying hard to wake up high. Yellow paint, just either say no hidden path ahead or I want to go home and then edge. Exactly. Oh, there are good tarnished out there who actually put in some like pretty handy advice. I don't blame you, V. I've tried my hardest today to not be sleepy. But I've just started stream here, and I am pretty sleepy. But, like, not to the point where I can't stream Elden Ring. It's just like... Ugh. A monster. I had a feeling it'd be, like, around here somewhere, but... I'm just not seeing it. I should probably take that break. I don't want to sit down under Grace, though, and respawn the enemies. So this leaves me in quite the predicament. Here! Area of right. Yeah, I've already been through here. Yeah, my brain cannot navigate at the moment. It's just like the whole entire cave is blending into itself. Absolutely go ahead with the other hint. Otherwise, I will just look it up because, you know, I don't want to waste time on stream, you know. I want to actually make that progress. Yeah, I could hop on these, but that's just gonna... Oh, there we go! Never mind. I found it. Seek Sorcerer, look carefully ahead. Oh my god, that took way longer. Yeah, that took way longer than it should have. Thank you, player messages. I see it now. Wait, this is like... This is the main path ahead. Yeah. Oh wait, is it? Sorry, my ability to navigate is a little bit screwed at the moment. Is this new? No, that's just the same path. Okay. Sorry, just trying to figure out my surroundings with my tired brain. And as I said, like, a lot of these dungeons just kind of blend into one another as just, like, old generic. So... We're going... Oh my god, wait. Yes, we're dropping down. Hello, Lumi. Me test done. It's bad? Aw. I'm sorry to hear it, but it's lovely to see you regardless. With that fell in a dark slumber. Lore accurate 9 and tarnished. Exactly. No, it's not 9 intelligence, I'm just sleepy, okay? There's a difference. Right, so... Okay, I see that there. I don't want to drop all the... Oh wait, no, I can drop here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I definitely didn't find this on my first time through the dungeon. Why didn't I find it before? It seems pretty obvious that this was here. Anyway, let's go meet Lusat. Used Celian Sealbreaker, and I'm guessing it's gone from our inventory now. Yep. Something incredible head, so to speak, sorcery I had. Here we go, Stars of Ruin. I don't want to hurt them, I just want to jump around a little bit. So like the visual storytelling here, or like what's become of Lusat. Best spell Night Rain, to be honest. Oh, absolutely. Alright. Stars of Ruin, this requires 43 intelligence. Stars of Ruin. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusat, primeval sorcerer. Fires 12 dark shooting stars that pursue the target. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging increases potency. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. Like, yeah, you gaze into the abyss gazes back. Yeah, interesting through these sorceries, we're getting, like, a story of all these different, like, founding sorcerers gazing into the primeval current. You know, so when Azir glimpsed into the primeval current, he saw darkness, he was left both bewitched and fearful of the abyss. And then, in Lusat's case, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. Okay. Let's head back to... Let's go back... I think we have to go back to Sullen now. I'm gonna actually check on my notes here. Yeah, find Master Lusat and then talk to Sullen. Okay. Yep, so we'll just go and... fast travel to her, but before we actually talk to her, I will take that stretch and hydrate break. As was promised. As was redeemed. And, then after the break, we're basically going to go through the rest of Sullen's questline here, and then... we have some stuff in the Altus Plateau that's kind of, like, around the area of Mount Gelmir, so we'll do that, and then... if we have time, you know, before the end of the stream, I guess we can get started with Volcano Manor. I probably have one in Inns. That's not true, Sharks. You don't say that about yourself. Yeah, that means you have high overstats, exactly. There's a wall here, you must have hit the wall before this. Yeah, it seems like I must have done that. Hi Lusat, bye Lusat. It's when the skeletons after a nuke dropped, pretty much. Thank you for the patties. Alright, yes, I'm gonna go for that break. I'll see you all in a couple minutes. And when we come back from the break, let's continue gazing into the primeval current together and uncovering the dark of the abyss that lies beyond mortal knowledge. Alright, I'll see you all in a couple minutes. Take care, everyone. Just setting up the AFK screen here, and I'll see you all after the break. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Also, while I'm here, thank you so much, It's Just a Goblin, for telling me to take that stretch and hydrate break. I want to shout her out because she is a really, really cool streamer, and I highly recommend that you check her out. Doing a Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Not a first-time playthrough, but just revisiting it, which, hey, look, I'm well overdue to revisit Dark Souls 2, off stream. It's been a year, since I last played it, compared to, like, the tens of hundreds of playthroughs I've done of Dark Souls Remastered, because, you know, spoiler alert, that's my favorite Souls-like. But Elden Ring is, like, it's slowly creeping up into one of my favorite Souls-likes as well. Just like, you know, from a writing perspective and gameplay and everything, it's really, really nice. Of course, like, you know, there's lots of reused bosses and areas and whatnot, but that's just because, like, this game is very ambitious, and in order to have that much content, there needs to be a bit of padding. Which is totally understandable. Anyway, enough yapping from me, let's go talk to our teacher, Selen, and see what insights she has to tell us in regard to Lusat's sorcery, Stars of Ruin. Which, just looking at the description again, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask.
About the request.
The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Okay, why do I need to ask about Lusat's location?
Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice, and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it.
Thank you for the Starlight Shard.
This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters, Azure, and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Alright.
You wish to resume the... Indeed, that would be...
Let's go back to the Weeping Peninsula now. Yeah, this questline is definitely very esoteric. I don't know why someone would think to backtrack to Sorcerer Selen after finding, Azur's Comet. But there we go, we can go to the Witchbane Ruins to find Sorcerer Selen. Interesting that she mentions the Plains of the Wandering Mausoleum. Because there was one here, wasn't there? Did I not mark it on my map, though? I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I didn't mark it on my map. Because I've been making an effort to mark all of the other, sharing your new spell discovery be a valid reason. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, sorry, I don't mean in, like, a story context me. I mean, like, when the game first came out and people were trying to figure out all the quest lines. I guess, like, you found a cool legendary sorcery, some people might, like, go and revisit Selen in order to, like, buy a new sorcery or something. I'm just trying to think, like, how would you figure that out? without like a guide or just bumbling into it on mistake. And here's the Fourth Church of America. This place is cool. Pretty sure there's a ghost here that like talks about oh shoot. let me deal with these two. Maybe it's a different ghost. But there's a ghost that definitely talks about Godwin around these parts. I think it'd be cool to look at that dialogue again with like the new context that we have of like Fia's questline and everything. God, it's so nostalgic being in Limgrave. Like, I know it was only a month or two ago, but it feels so long ago that we were in Limgrave. Limgrave is just such an amazing first region. But yeah, we need to go to the Witchbane Ruins, and I need to mark this Wandering Mausoleum. Something between bumbling around, just wanting to speak to everyone anytime you can. Yeah, I mean, that's typically how I play Souls games without a guide, is I will just, like, revisit NPCs often and just talk to them and just check in to see how they're doing, even if they just repeat the same stuff over and over. It's nice to, like, check in on them. But there we go. Yeah, here's the Wandering Mausoleum here. Limgrave looks like a great place to live until you realize you're in a Souls game. Yeah, that's true. I never turned on the summoning pool. But yeah, we need to go and talk to Sullen, and then I believe we need to reload the area. Oh, first need to deal with the enemies here so I don't get interrupted. Or at least there's no NPC markers that put out on. Finally pushes you to revisit those places multiple times. Yeah! I was thinking about that the other day, and we had this conversation on stream like many streams ago about like whether that was a good decision to add that or not. Obviously, like, it's convenient, but I also really like how it was in the release version, where it's like, it's on you to remember where they are, because, like, well, it's your story. You better be paying attention to things. You know, these games are designed in such a way that they actively reward you for paying attention to, like, the details. I think it's better, at least for the first playthrough. Yeah. Because I can pull out the map and I can immediately tell if an NPC has moved spots, if their icon isn't there anymore. I like how FromSoft does friction. I do as well. Like, it's really tiring playing modern AAA games where they just, like, hold your hand all the time. That's why I like From Software games, because, like, Elden Ring does a bit of hand-holding with its tutorial, with, like, the forced pop-ups on your screen, but you can turn those off. But yeah, I generally like how FromSoft doesn't like to, like, hand-hold all too much. Anyway, yeah, so let's talk to Sullen now.
My apprentice, thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you. Myself.
Sullen's primal glintstone.
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care. Treat it with care, my apprentice. What you hold is my very being. Treat it with care. What you hold is my very being.
So we do need to reload the area now, but before then, let's look at the item description of Sullen's Primal Glintstone. Sullen's Primal Glintstone. Glintstone from within the sorceress Sullen's body. Seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. In essence, a primal glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible new body after their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. My apprentice, you think it distasteful? Right, so this is in all sorcerers? Or just a few of them, is what I'm wondering. Because the description does make it sound as if it is all sorcerers have a primal glintstone embedded in their body. So yeah, Sullen wants us to keep this safe so that we can revive her if something were to happen to her, and I'm pretty sure something is going to happen to her as soon as we reload the area. That's why she's given it to us. Okay. Just looking at the item description again, reading it in my head. Just so I remember all the details, because I'm probably not going to have this item forever, and I'd like to memorize the lore before we lose this item. I can't use it, obviously. Alright. Oh, wait! Sullen is so big-brained for this. She's gonna get her body killed here so that she can be set free. Because, like, she can't break these seals that are binding her, so... She's actually scheming. She's actually hoping that she'll get killed here. Okay, sorry, looking at the description one more time before we reload the area. Just like, you know, one of those tired brain things. Shiny rock. Exactly. Alright. Yeah, let's reload the area now. We'll just go here. Also, I will catch up on chat before we continue with more story stuff. Moon says, I appreciate that it was changed. Some of us have disabilities. We cannot retain that sort of stuff no matter how much we want to. Exactly, that's also true. He says, one thing I dislike about those markers is shown name. I don't really mind it otherwise. Moon says, life also happens. People need to step away or don't get to play too often. Yeah. Considering Elden Ring's scale, like, From Software knew that they had to make some sort of compromise with how they typically do things. Shark says, I mean, Elden Ring does do hand-holding. It's like, let's teach you how to walk and jump and attack. Next sequence, fight this god/ancient demon. Good luck, you'll need it. I don't think the difficulty really escalates that quickly. You're fighting fucking Soldier of Godric first and foremost, you know, like, baby steps, and then after that's like... Most people will probably try fight Tree Sentinel. I don't think it escalates that quickly in terms of difficulty. But I get the sentiment. He says I found the normal markers were enough for us to get you, and if some people needed them, then all the better they were at it. Exactly. Imagine you accidentally used it and gave you 100k souls. Well, I would appreciate it, but yeah, I'd be pretty upset. Hey Looney, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We're doing Sorceress Sellen's questline at the moment. Let's head back to the Witchbane Ruins. And yes, presumably I'm going to guess that Sellen will die here. Well, her original body will die. But I do want to clear out these enemies yet again, just cause I want to reduce the chances that I get interrupted while doing story stuff. And once we're done with this questline stuff, we can go do the stuff with patches on Mount Gelmir. And then I do want to explore a bit more of Mount Gelmir before we go to the Volcano Manor. Hi, Jaren. Been a while, huh?
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Sellen, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Rhea Lucaria's academy. It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Sellen lives on, elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me. I suspect Sellen lives on. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually. A sickening
I was really hoping I could go up to Sellen's dead body and there'd be an interact prompt saying, "She's dead. Okay." Because Elden Ring does actually do that. And it's funny whenever that happens in a From Software game.
I suspect Sellen lives on, elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening...
Alright, so I think that's everything we have to do here now. I guess I can reload the area another time and see if, like, Jared moves.
I suspect
but it's probably not necessary.
elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought.
Yeah, so if you don't remember, when we first met Jaren, like, I guess we met him during the Radon Festival, but we probably talked to him after the festival. He did explain that, yes, he was hunting down the Graven Witch, and when we first met Sellen, she described herself as the Graven Witch, so this is just kind of inevitable to happen. But yeah, haha, Jaren, wouldn't it suck if we went and revived her? Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Let me look at my notes here. What are we doing next? Oh, I see. Okay. I know what we're doing. We are going to visit an old friend, kind of. And when I say friend, I mean it sarcastically. Not Ronnie Salivas. I think it's in like it's in the ruins around here somewhere. We're going to his sex dungeon, okay? We're going to Salivas's sex dungeon. Moon says I wish they would compromise more. Not being able to pause Night Rain solo 40+ minute run is pretty nonsense decision. At least in other games I can quit out, do what I need, and come back. Exactly. Yeah, that would be nice. And then play sorcerers use souls to fuel their sorceries. All their stuff is actually Hex's lore. I know that Elden Ring technically does have pausing. You can open up one of the tutorial windows at any time by going through your inventory, and when those are open, the game is actually paused. Of course, it doesn't work with online, like if you're invading someone or doing co-op or whatever, but that is technically a pause. Right, yeah, the Black Knife Assassin there. Wait. There's a Black Knife Assassin there. Huh? Oh! Because I'm guessing they tried to dispose of Ronnie, and they only got Iggy instead. Sorry, I never actually noticed these new details. That makes the most sense to me. That the Black Knives were like, oh shit, we gotta go dispose of Ronnie and her allies. And then, you know, Ronnie's obviously left now at this point, so... Okay, I think Celovus' sex dungeon is here. Yep. I'm not joking when I say that, by the way. That, like, this is basically what this is. Like, you know that Celovus like to turn people into puppets, right? Like, there's even a finger maid in there. There's a, like, Nox woman there. This is what we're looking for. Celovus' puppet, do not touch. How do I open this? Because this is a wall that we can break through. Actually, let me double check this. Return to Celovus' puppets in the ruins near Ronnie's Rise interacts with the puppet behind the illusory wall in the back. I can't interact with it, though. It's... like, it's still there. But, like, the wall isn't being removed. I guess, like, roll into it or interact with it? I nearly accidentally closed Elden Ring, but that wouldn't have been an issue because, like, autosaves. How do I open that? Hidden path ahead? Or do I hit this? Oh, I see. That's just a bit confusing there. Alright. Transplant primal glintstone. Also, the fact that there's a bed here, like... yeah.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the Academy to expel the Karian royal family and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice. I owe this all to you. Finally, I can return to the Academy to expel the Karian royal family and restore the primeval current. My apprentice, shall we commence the lesson? As thanks for procuring this new form, I'll be holding you to a higher standard.
Okay. Yeah, we can still get stuff off of her. Okay.
You wish to resume the lesson? Have I not been strict enough, I wonder? You wish to have I not been...
V says, can I talk about my take about the Black Knives, Ronnie, now that you finished the storyline? Oh, absolutely, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the hidden bedroom, ew. While you type that out, we're gonna just focus on finishing up the rest of Selen's story here. So now we need to go to the Raya Lucaria Grand Library. And basically we have a choice of siding with Selen or siding with Jaren. Well, because I'm allied with Ronnie, I'm gonna ally with Selen, also because Selen is hot and Jaren is not. Jaren looks like Gale off of Wish.com. So yeah, I'll side with Selen for this playthrough, and then, like, you know, the next playthrough I do off stream, I'll side with Jaren. All right, let's go and do that. So you can see this questline's a little bit, like, obtuse, you know, a little bit hard to figure out. But if you connect the dots, you can see what's going on. Yeah, hi Renala, it's been a while. Apparently, in the library here, there's 2 summon signs. There's one for helping Selen, and there's one for invading her. So we're gonna choose to help her. I'm guessing... isn't... No, it's probably not in this room, since this is a non-combat zone. It just says in the Grand Library, which would mean here. Also nice to see Renala. Hey, Renala, I'm engaged to your daughter. Just thought to let you know that. She's too occupied with the egg, though. Okay, here we go. That's to invade. And that's to help Selen. The front of the door. Thank you, Lumi. Yeah, so we'll help Selen. Because I'm really, really curious about what this whole restoring the primeval current would actually look like and the implications of it. So be summoned to assist Sorcerer Selen. Yes. Either with or against Renala because Selen hates her. Oh, really? Oh, more you know. Oh, just got a raid from Lanzi. Coming in for a land landing. Thank you so much for the raid, Lanzi. I really do appreciate it. Hope you had a wonderful time with your stream. Hang on, let's tab out of the game here real quick and get those shoutouts. Yes, if you're not following Lanzi already, you can do so with the link in chat and also the follow button at the top of chat. You were doing some Minecraft. Thank you so much for raiding in. Really do hope that you had an amazing time with it. And also welcome in Epic Umiko. It's lovely to see you all around. Thank you so much for being here. If you go to Raid and Run, Lanzi, that's totally understandable. If you go to Raid and Lurk, understandable as well. I know it's getting late in a lot of time zones. You've been streaming for a while, so please do take care of yourself first and foremost. But thank you so much for trusting your community with me regardless. I really, really do appreciate it. And just a quick intro here. Hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber. I do playthroughs of RPGs and story-driven games, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And Souls-likes are one of those genres. This is my first time playing through Elden Ring. It is a 100% blind playthrough, including the DLC expansion, the critically acclaimed DLC expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree. And at the moment, we are just wrapping up, I guess, 2 NPC quest lines, Jaren and Selen's. And we're just about to make a decision as to whether we side with her or against her. And Two Peas in a Pot is elaborating here. Yeah, you either with or against Renala because Selen hates her. Her entire thing is to rebel against the Carrion royal family, which is Renala. Right, that is true. She did say that she's gonna go and fucking fuck up the Carrion royals. But, I don't know. Okay, I guess, yeah, for role-playing reasons, I'd probably side against her. I'm uncertain. Because here's the thing, I'm also really curious about, like, her unlocking the potential of the primeval current. I'm genuinely curious about the implications of that and what that would really mean and what that would look like. So, if I were to roleplay as my character here, logically this one makes more sense. But from a curiosity perspective, this one makes more sense. You know? Yeah, I'm undecided. Well, I can always do the other one on a different playthrough, like, or I can also just look up what happens if you take the other route. Yeah, I don't know, my curiosity's good. I do want to get to know Jaren a bit better, though, as well. I don't want to really kill him. Nah, just choose Selen. It's true, Selen is hot. Selen's hot, I'll go along with her plans. She be balling, exactly. She is a master gamer with master schemes. Yeah. Let's do it.
Jaren, bringer of my death. You have my gratitude for freeing me from my shackles. And I'm afraid your work is done. Join the school to reflect on your mistake.
I'll see if there's more banter between them both. It's always morally correct to gank invaders. All right. Eccentric's hood, Eccentric's armor, Eccentric's machetes, Eccentric's breeches. Thank you for the self-care redeem, Epic Umiko. I will take that break once we're actually done wrapping up Sullen stuff here. Let's go and talk to her now.
Ah, my apprentice. You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is no more. With the bodies of Masters Azure and Lusat returned, the Academy can hone the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, shall beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us, here at the Academy? Oh, I know it's not possible. You have your own calling, to be the next Elden Lord. But do think of me, of your teacher. On the eve of your crowning, you will always be my darling pupil. Rest assured that no, the entire Academy will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become Elden Lord. Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but here is a symbol of my allegiance and the Academy's. Do you recall what once I told you? That glintstone is the amber of the cosmos, and sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein. When you become Elden Lord, please illuminate me. Lay bare the secrets of life which course the Elden Ring. Next time, I will be your student. Oh, one last thing. If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit. Oh, don't fret. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here.
Okay. Does she have a new inventory now? I don't think she does. I think this is the exact same as it was before.
What is it, my apprentice? What is it, my...
Alright, let's take a look at the item descriptions of the stuff that we got. There's a couple more things to do now that we've kind of reached the end point of this quest line, and then we'll take that break. So let's look at the Glintstone Chris, which, yes, it needs 16 intelligence. We have 9 intelligence. We are not using this. Let's take a look at it. Glintstone Chris. Ritual blade once presented to Lanedell by the Academy of Rea Lucaria to celebrate their newfound peace. Though the weapon is embedded with precious glintstones and features Erdtree ornamentation, the undulating blade is symbolic of an ancient ritual. And the unique skill is Glintstone Dart, skill that builds from the Glintstone Pebble sorcery. Charge the skill to upgrade it to Glintstone Dart. Follow up with a strong attack to change this skill into a lunging thrust. And yeah, it's a physical and magic weapon. And oh, yeah, it's actually a dagger. I mean, I should have known that. It's literally a Chris, and I can see the icon right here. But for some reason I thought they would, like, try to classify it as a rapier. I don't know. But because Souls games are weird like that sometimes, where it's like, yeah, it looks like a sword, and you could use it like a sword, but for gameplay purposes, this is the great axe. You know, there are instances like that where it's like, huh, okay then. So yeah, this is like symbolic of the marriage of Radagon and Renala that happened back in the past. You know, before the divorce. And just looking at the item description one more time. Just reading it in my head, and then we'll look at Jaren's gear. Alright. Eccentric's breeches. The knight Jaren's breeches. Jaren preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carrion Royals, he became the guest commander for General Radahn, and for the first time, the restless tumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. Right, okay. Unusually colorful armor worn by the knight Jaren. Jaren preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carrion Royals, he became a guest commander for General Radahn, and for the first time the restless tumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. And the hood is slightly different here. Pointy, ragged hood, worn by the knight Jaren. The hood hides an aged, bearded mask. Jaren served General Radahn as a guest commander, and they are said to have sworn an honorable death to one another. An oath of honorable death to one another. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad he was able to fulfill that oath through main story events. And, well, I guess we kind of gave him an honorable death. Just not at the hands of Radahn. At my hands, and Selen's. Alright. So now I'm starting to realize that I don't know, I'm wondering if potentially, like, the gear that we found here... No, because this is for Wilhelm. Never mind. I was thinking, like, oh my god, like, what if he changed his name to Jaren, and he was originally... he was originally Wilhelm? That makes no sense. That's kind of overcomplicating it. But this could have been his Glintstone crown here, potentially. But most likely it's Wilhelm's. My character is 9 intelligence for a reason. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. And I'm happy with things being that way. Okay. Let's hang on, I'm gonna double check my notes here now. Let's see. If Selen wins, talk to her near the site of Grace, reload the area to talk to her again. Okay, sure. Let's do that. Oh, shit. Why is it always sadness? Teacher head and then seek tears. Teacher? Teacher, what did you do?
My... friend...
Selden, what did you do? Witch's glintstone crown. Damn. Now I'm thinking we should have just put her out of her misery. But hey, this is the consequences of my actions. And that describes how this ball happened. I believe I do V. I want to look at the item description of... I'm gonna look at the item description of the crown that we just got from Selden, and then I want to kind of dive through my inventory again, because I'm pretty sure I have a talisman that describes these creatures here. Alright, let's take a look at the crown. Witch's Glintstone Crown. One of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed upon Rea Lucaria scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence and arcane to the detriment of stamina. This gentle-looking crown was granted to a scholar who excelled in her studies, which also merited the title of Witch. Yeah, not a good idea to go against the legendary moon sorceress. Even in the state that she's in right now, she is still very much a threat to those who go against her. Okay, so yeah, we got her crown now. So we can be Sorceress Selden now. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Alright. The effect is pretty nice, intelligence and arcane, I will say that. Alright, yes, so I want to look at my talismans, because I was thinking potentially I had a talisman that kind of talked about the big head creatures, or maybe I don't. It's the talisman that boosts sorceries. I know it from Night Rain. Yeah, I guess I don't have it. I don't have it yet, is the keyword there. Because I definitely would appreciate that extra context. Which talisman? I forget the name of it, but it's the one that improves sorceries. And the icon is literally the bundle of glintstone crowns. Also, I do want to check out V's message here that she wrote. This is her theory about Ronnie and the Black Knives. So V says, so although Ronnie and the Black Knives connive together to kill Godwin's soul and Ronnie's body, we know that something went wrong and Tish died. I also believe Alecto and the Black Knives had bad blood against Ronnie, maybe tried to argue for themselves or fight back. So Ronnie jailed Alecto to muzzle them. So once Ronnie's gone, they might have taken the opportunity to take revenge. Yeah, that seems the most likely, because canonically, when something is in an Everjail, it means that it was intentionally locked in there. You know, we've seen it with Blythe. We've seen it with Godfroy, and yeah, we've seen it with Alecto. So yeah, I can imagine that, yeah, some of the Black Knife assassins must have died on the Night of Black Knives, like off-screen, because we don't really hear about it all that often, other than Tish dying. GPs in the pot say, do you know that there's a mod to remove all NPC head accessories? Selden is incredibly hot. I do know that. Yes, she is a baddie, and that's also why I sided with her. She is an absolute certified baddie. The Jaren cosplay unlocked. Exactly. Best Duchess knife. So true. Solara's Wilhelm's son. No! She's literally bawling. You don't have it somewhere in Rea Lucaria, I believe? Oh, if that's the case, I mean, I'll look it up and we'll find it next stream. Not now. We'll find it next stream if it's in a spot that we've already been to before. Otherwise, if it comes later in the campaign, like in Lanedale or whatever, then we'll wait until we get to Lanedale. But yeah, hey teacher, you got what you wanted, I guess. So apparently you can go to Lusat and Azur's bodies now, and there should be stuff to do with them, so I want to do that before we take that break. And then that's the end of, like, Sullen's stuff, I believe. That's the end of her storyline. Oh, yep, there we go. Azur's glintstone crown, Azur's glintstone robe. Okay, we got the whole gear there, and then let's go and get Lusat stuff, which is in the Cilia Crystal Tunnel. Oh wait, no, not Crystal Tunnel. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. You can tell I'm tired. It's the Cilia Hideaway. Or Celia Hideaway. I am so silly. I think what we'll do is we'll grab these items, and then... I would look at their item descriptions all at once, but I think I should take a stretch and hydrate break. And then come back to read them. And then after that we have Patra's questline to do. Then we can explore a bit more of the Altus Plateau, because I believe that there were 2 dungeons that I completely missed. And then after that, we're basically in a position to start Volcano Manor. That's what this stream was, basically, is just like kind of backtracking and getting stuff done and setting up our save file for Volcano Manor. I was actually worried for a moment that, like, Renala would just be gone, but, like... she's one of the most important NPCs from a gameplay perspective, so... I'd be really surprised if she was just, like, gone for good. We go this way now? Yep. Hey, sorcerers. There we go. Lusat's glintstone crown, robe, and manchettes. And leg wraps. There we go. Well, I feel bad about killing Jaren, but... as I said, there's another playthrough. So... Alright, I'm trying to think, what grace do I want to teleport to? I guess I'll just teleport to the one that's closest to Patches. Because when we get back from the break, we got item descriptions to read, and we're also gonna get kicked by Patches. Like, I've been eagerly awaiting this. Lumi, how do you know that Patches is gonna kick you? Look, it's a FromSoft game. Patches is gonna do what Patches does best. Alright, yeah, so we will take that stretch and hydrate break. That was redeemed a while ago by Epic Umiko. Thank you for doing that. And, we just say that Sullen did not get exactly what she wanted. It'll become clear when you understand what those balls are. There's a moment during the quest where the ball Sullen appears in the middle of the room. Renala nowhere to be seen. Damn. Okay. Yeah, let me check. So did I do all of this stuff here? Yeah, reload the area, talk to her again, visit Master Lusat, Primal Evil Sorcerer again. Yeah, so we've done all that. Alright, so I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. Please take care of yourselves, everyone. Grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can / want to. And we'll be back with Patch's stuff and item description reading after a short little break. We'll see you all then. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really, really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm curious, V, that I didn't see the moment in the quest where it's just ball selling in the middle of the room without Renala. Welcome back, thank you, Lumi. So yeah, we are gonna look at the item description of Lusat and Azur's stuff, and then we're gonna continue on with Patch's questline. Oh, actually, grab this over here. I believe I missed that. Golden Rune 3? Like, what would I do without that? Alright. Item descriptions. Let's see. Let's just go in order of obtained. Starting with the Old Sorcerer's Leg Wraps. Ragged waistcloth that extends to the thighs. Common amongst old-fashioned sorcerers. Okay. And then Lusat's machetes, I still don't know how to say it, so I'll just go with both pronunciations. Machetes corroded by blue glintstones, worn by Lusat, primeval current sorcerer. Lusat had reached a near inorganic state. And then Lusat's robe. A robe reserved for Grand Masters at the Academy of Rea Lucaria, corroded by blue glintstones. Since the Grand Masters Azure and Lusat were driven from the Academy, no one has achieved their formerly held rank. And Lusat's glintstone crown. The giant blue glintstone crown worn by Lusat, primeval current sorcerer. This crown replaced Lusat's brain and skull altogether, and now, removed from his body, it is all but dead. What power remains within raises the potency of Lusat's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. That's fucked. It replaced his brain and skull? Okay. Huh. I mean, he was really dedicated to the craft, what can I say? Okay. And then we move on to Azure stuff, which is probably going to be mostly the same. Manchetes corroded by blue-green glintstones, worn by Azure, primeval current sorcerer. Azure had reached a near inorganic state. And then Azure's glintstone robe. A robe reserved for Grandmasters at the Academy of Rea Lucaria, corroded by blue-green glintstones. Since the Grandmasters Azure and Lusat were driven from the Academy, no one has achieved their formerly held rank. And our last thing that we want to look at here is Azure's glintstone crown. Crown of Azure, primeval current sorcerer, set with a prominent blue-green glintstone. This crown replaced Azure's brain and skull altogether, and now, removed from his body, it is all but dead. What power remains within raises the potency of Azure's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. So yeah, okay. I do think both of their sorceries are really cool. I've used both of them in Night Rain, they're awesome. So, like, having you know, glintstone crowns that basically boost the damage of those specific spells is actually really cool from like a gameplay perspective. But then of course, yes, it is incredibly disturbing that this technically are their brains and skulls. Just they're truly inorganic and dead now. Did I want to double check any item descriptions? Just want to skim this crown description one more time, I guess. Okay. And then, yeah, just Jaren's stuff again I want to briefly look at. Like, the Eccentrics Hood really does just make me think of Gale from Dark Souls 3. Like, you just throw this on, get yourself a greatsword, and then you go invade other people, and then just you say, hand it over. That thing. Your dark soul. Alright. I wonder why he spent some time as like a guest of the Carrion Royals. Because I did think that like originally Jaren might have been a sorcerer himself and then he like moved on to the nomad life, or you know, obviously being a guest commander for Radahn. Interesting to think about. But yeah, that doesn't really seem to be the case from the item descriptions and stuff that we know. Alright. Actually, do I want to use some runes and get a level up? How much do I need to level up? Okay, about like 50k. Or to be like precise, 46k. Yeah, let's get a level up. You know, I've been a good girl. I think I deserve a level up for going through all of that questline stuff. I'll just use, like... I could just use all of these. You know what? Sure. That's way more than I actually need, but... Actually, no, I think that's just right. Yeah. We're gonna put that into Endurance. Here we go. Endurance is at the Stamina soft cap now, thanks to Radigan's Sore Seal. So now we're just gonna get Strength 2, I think... I don't know what it is because of, like, two-handing makes things weird. I think, like, 55? Or, like, 60? I think it's 55. It's, like, the primary major soft cap for Strength. Okay, that's enough of, like, boring sorcery stuff. Are we all ready to get kicked off a cliff? Are we excited? Are we ready? I just want to make sure that I got the instructions all right here. Yeah, just talk to him, and then go and talk to Patches again. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory stuff. So let's go and do just that. You should be, like, here, exactly. My marker is kind of in the wrong spot. You see that I set up a marker because I didn't want to immediately, like... No, don't remove all my markers. I want to come back to him later. Just because, like, the order in which the questline guide is written, it put Patches stuff at the very bottom. Probably because, like, you want to get all that backtracking out of the way with Sellen's stuff, and then just continue on with this. It makes sense, because, like, after you do Patches stuff, I think most people reading the guide would then go to Volcano Manor, and, like, you're in the perfect position to go there now. Because you're back up on the mountain. Oh, Lanedale Soldier Gauntlets? And the Lanedale Soldier Greaves? I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I'm not doing the Lanedale Knight cosplay anymore. Why would I want the soldier stuff? Although, my character still plays like a Lanedale Knight. Like, if you were to boot up my character into your Elden Ring game, it basically feels like you're just playing a Lanedale Knight. Like, what are my most two used incantations? Lightning Spear and Electrify Armament. Okay, I don't actually need to humor all of these enemies. Rainbow stones lead the way to riches. You see, like, oh, it's here! Look, all here! And you follow them? See, oh, look over here! See, Patches is here. We want to go and talk to our friend Patches, who's very trustworthy. Although I'm still considered to be in combat, and I don't like that. Hang on, if I crouch, hopefully they'll lose aggro on me. Please? Pretty please? Okay, there we go. I'm not in combat anymore. Hey, Patches.
Oh, hello? Yes. Strange place for a chance encounter, huh? I thought I could use a rest. Don't mind me. Go about your business. Right, over there. See that? Something shimmering. I swear. What is it? Oh, don't mind me. Off you trot. Right over there. Now, you see that? Something shimmering. I swear. What is it? Oh, don't mind me. Off you trot. Right over there. Now, you see that?
Okay. Yeah, let's go investigate. Alright, are we ready? We've been waiting for this. Which one do I need to go over to? I'm guessing this one. Or no, over to this one.
you really are that gullible. Then stay away from the Volcano Manor! Bye now! Take care!
Oh, and of course we got dropped into a pit of basilisks. Bacilli. A shiny! How did Tarnish survive that fall? How does the player character survive any of the falls from patches across the Souls games? See, I came up with a theory. Patches has a special kick Ash of War, or like kick skill. Whenever he kicks something, it becomes resistant to fall damage. Yeah, he cares. He wants us to take care, exactly. So yeah, for people who have only played Elden Ring or not played any Souls-like, Patches is a reoccurring character across multiple From Software games. Primarily Demon Souls in the Dark Souls trilogy. But yeah, he's here in Elden Ring, and one of his common tropes that started in Dark Souls, I believe, is that he kicks you down pits. And now that he's done that, we're literally just gonna go back and talk to him. Just be like, hey, why'd you do that? And you're probably wondering, like, Lumi, if you know that he's gonna betray you each and every time, why do you let him do that? Because it's funny. It's like a reoccurring gag, you know, like it's a comedy, right? It's really funny to get kicked by Patches in every Souls game. Oh, did he first kick you in Demon Souls? I know he's in Demon Souls, but I wasn't sure if he, like, the kick originated in that game or not. In case you're wondering, yes, we will play Demon Souls on the channel at some point. No, we're not playing the remake. We're gonna play the original. And it'll be fun, because Demon Souls is like a pretty short game. Even when playing it at the pace that I typically play Souls games, it should be pretty short. Alright, hey Patches!
Oh my! Well, here you are again. Oh, so sorry for that. I meant to warn you, but whoops, there you went. Despite my best intentions, I've done you wrong. I have. But here you are, standing tall and proud. All's well that ends well, eh? And my warning was spot on. You tell me different. Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunt tarnished, like animals. Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunt tarnished, like animals.
Okay. Yeah, see, he didn't mean it. He just had good intentions. He really doesn't mean... He's just a silly guy, you know?
Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunt tarnished.
Yeah, he wanted to... Yeah, exactly. He just he didn't want to kill you. He just has bad communication skills.
Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunt tarnished.
Okay. So, unfortunately for you, Patches, we're actually gonna go and join Volcano Manor and, hunt other Tarnished. But not yet, not yet. Because I do know that there is a dungeon here. And I think there's a dungeon, like, here, and I want to check that out, because this is also like an old boss's playthrough, right? Which means I gotta do all bosses. I feel like for future playthroughs, what I'll do is I'll probably just make it like all remembrance bosses. Although I say that, and I have a feeling when I boot up the game to do a second playthrough off stream, I'm gonna end up doing basically what you see here on stream again. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, we go all the way down here. We could also go from... no, not from that grace, actually. I have thoughts about Patches for later. I do know that, yes, Patches has quite a decently long questline in this game. His questlines in the previous games honestly weren't that long or complicated. I don't think I've ever explored around here. Yeah, I don't believe I have, so would you look at that? I get to do some exploring. We get to have a break from all the lore and just explore. I can say, like, with certainty that next stream will be Volcano Manor now. Playing ahead, therefore try beating to a pulp. Okay. Ruler's Mask and Ruler's Robe. Okay. Oh, there's a Grace here. Yeah, I can't believe I just completely missed all of this, but to be fair, like, this part of the map is... it's technically part of Mount Gelmir. Even though it's playing, like, the Altus Plateau music, I think. But yeah, this is technically Mount Gelmir. In terms of looking at the map. Oh my god, I'm just gonna get on Torrent and jump up here. There we go. Because yeah, I do like to look up a detailed map of Elden Ring off stream after these streams, just to like see if I missed any items. And primarily if I missed any bosses. And I did see that there was like, yeah, a whole entire area over here that I had just not been to. Because I didn't have the map for this section of the Altus Plateau. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go there later, I guess. And well, that time is now. I like jump attacks, they're fun. Got the Warped Axe and Lifting Stone 5. Nice. What, lover ahead? What do you mean lover ahead? Who knows? Yeah, we can explore this whole entire lake, and there's like a dungeon over this side, I believe. I don't want to start with that first. After I double check all these carriages, because like... one of them's gotta have a chest I can open, right? Surely. I guess not. I feel like I'm being pretty thorough, but... who knows? We do want to look at the item description of the ruler stuff. You can do that, at the very least. Sorry, Lumi, your loot is in another carriage. I don't think there's anything here. But there is lore to be uncovered in this item description. Ruler's robe. Luxurious robe worn by lords in a smaller nation. Its fine blue mantle serves to prove its wearer's status. And then Ruler's mask. Mask in the image of a wizened sage. Customary dress among lords in a smaller nation. Increases faith. Such a mask illustrates the qualities of an ideal lord. Chiefly, wise, and possessing a certain defanged geniality. I'm good at words. One at the center of society often finds these qualities most expedient. I was thinking, like, isn't this the robe that the great Kenneth Height wears? It kind of reminds me of the clothes that Kenneth wears. Remember Kenneth Height? Remember Limgrave? It is? Okay, okay. So I'm not wrong. He just doesn't wear the mask. Which, I'm glad that not every single character wears a mask in this game, because I do like to see the characters' faces. Because it's really cool to see, like, what the devs were able to pull off with the character creation tools to, like, make the NPC faces. Okay. Yeah, this increases faith, which is pretty handy, actually. I don't really see myself wearing this, though. I don't want to look like a wizened sage. Okay. And then Leyndell Soldier Gauntlets, it's just like really small here. Gauntlets worn by soldiers sworn to defend the royal capital of Leyndell, rust-worn and stained through unending conflict. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, dungeon time! But what if there's loot here? Or there, or anywhere? I don't actually need to fight this Miranda flower, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Especially since I have these throwing pots. Alright, I won't actually fight all of them. I don't know, I felt the urge to hit something. And that is what I ended up hitting. Look, the jellyfish friends are taking us to the dungeon. Are you ready, butthole? Okay, I actually found that funny. That player's so rude calling you a butthole like that. Let's see what we find in this dungeon. Skeleton? Skeleton! Behold, sacred Nagakiba. I don't know where. Do I want to try and make that jump? No. No, I don't feel like trying to make that jump. Because there's a hidden wall, I knew it. Lost Ashes of War. Rejuvenating Boluses. I could actually duplicate Sacred Blade, so I could have it on both my Nagakiba and my Knight's Greatsword, but that feels a little bit like overkill. For a second I thought I was gonna fall to my death. What can I say? Giant Hunt is just really solid. I like it. Oh my gosh. So many skeletons. This is just full of loot. Oh my goodness. We got the Black Hood. Oh my goodness. Candle Tree Wooden Shields. And some nascent butterflies, or just one. As, like, I've tried to make a habit, we'll look at all of the item descriptions at the end of the dungeon. And then there's, like, I think there's 2 other dungeons to do after this one. In, like, the region. Ow. Wow, do these enemies have a bone to pick with me or what? Sorry, that's a bad joke. I deserve the arrow in my arm for that one. Okay, well, there's only one way to go, which is this way. Raptor Talons? Peak? Dragon Wound Grease? Not so peak. Golden Great Arrows? That's kind of peak. Okay, there we go. Jumping ahead. Boss ahead. Okay. You're telling me boss is this way? Thank you, Radon. I'm being told boss ahead this way? Try Holy Light. Okay. Wait. Oh, I see. More hidden walls. Raptor's black feathers. Wait, this armor kind of goes hard. Skeletal mask. Behold tarnished visions of friend. Hidden path ahead. Seek boss. Oh, okay, so that's why they said boss ahead here. 'Cause I was really confused. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? It doesn't matter which fog door I enter through, right? I'm assuming it doesn't matter. Black Knife Assassin. Oh, okay. Oh, shit! I wasn't paying attention. Wait, you're fucking invisible. Wait. Oh. Oh, I see the problem. Something about using light? Oh my gosh, it's Priscilla all over again. You're meant to use the splashes to tell where the assassin is. Holy fuck. It'd be great if I could hit you. Well, I got a shield for a reason. This is certainly the boss gimmick of all time. thank God. Not saying it's bad, by the way, I'm just like, they've done it, they've successfully made Black Knife Assassins scary. Oh, I feel it. Oh my gosh, stop grabbing me! I could also just, like, chuck lightning spears or whatever. Wouldn't that, like, chain off of the ground? I mean, it could, but probably easier to just whack them. Stop grabbing me, please. I don't care, I'm just tanking the hits. If I just keep swinging, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna keep swinging. I'll hit him eventually. Or her, sorry, her. Black Knife Assassins are all women. There we go. Concealing Veil. Oh, okay. Should I just call my wolves and they smell where the assassin is? That's really smart. Oh, that was a not weak foe, certainly. It was, like, actually kind of scary. I actually liked that as a little gimmick fight. I played without player messages. I love the clues about the walls in this place. Yeah! Alright, let's take a look at all of our loot and then we can leave. Starting with the Concealing Veil. Concealing Veil. Talisman put together from dark cloth with a lustrous sheen. Completely conceals the wearer's presence while crouching at a distance from foes. Part of one of the concealing veils used by the assassins on the night of the Black Knives. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, no wonder Godwin stood no chance. Even I was struggling against that. That's a really cool talisman, I like that. And I could see how that could potentially be useful in, like, invasion situations, maybe? Yeah, crouching at a distance from foes. You gotta be close to them, I guess. Or, no, you have to be far away. Alright. I guess let's just move on to the rest of the description. Sorry, it's just my processing ability to read things and retain it is a bit off at the moment. I mean, it usually is a bit off, but especially now. Alright. Skeletal Mask. Skeletal mask that tightly grips the face. Worn by the assassins of Ravenmount. This ritual implement relentlessly digs into the wearer's face, preserving one's human instincts while dressed in imitation of the death birds. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the lurkachin, Markachin. Stardew Valley Lumi times. Thank you so much for being here, dropping a lurk. I really do appreciate it. Just going through some item descriptions at the moment before we continue exploring a little bit more. We did hear about the Assassins of Ravenmount like maybe once or twice before in item descriptions, so this is just another mention of them. Alright, and then Raptor's Black Feathers. Robe crafted with the black feathers of a bird of prey, worn by the Assassins of Ravenmount. A ritual implement for transforming into a death bird, if only by imitation. Strengthens jump attacks. We are birds of prey, bringers of death. Oh, that's actually really cool. Like, not only is an item description, but also the function of strengthening jump attacks. That's really, really cool. For a moment, I thought they were literally transforming into the death birds, until I read the part where it said, if only by imitation. I'm like, oh, okay, they're not literally turning into death birds. Unless? Dun dun dun! Alright. Okay. Then we have the golden great arrows. Carved great arrows made together with the Erdtree great bow deals holy damage, imbued with an oath-sworn incantation, which boosts the attack and defense of the archer and their nearby allies. Okay, that's cool. And raptor talons. Claw comprised of 2 sharp, thin blades. Wielded by the Assassins of Ravenmount, this weapon allows them to imitate the attacks of death birds. Besides excelling at airborne attacks, its charge attack mimics the vicious swoop of a bird of prey. And the skill is Quick Step. Of course, this weapon is really fucking good in Night Rain, so I'm guessing it's really, really good in this game as well. Yeah, claws are just awesome. Like, bleed buildup of 60, it attacks really quickly, the dex scaling, you can infuse it with Ashes of War, it's got the crit bonus, it's nice. I'm happy to have it, even if I'm not going to use it, but I'm happy to have it regardless. Alright. And then we have the Candletree wooden shield. A tall, medium-sized wooden shield, light for its size and easy to handle. Thought to represent a oh my god, I know the word, I just can't say it at the moment. Surreptitious prophecy of cardinal sin. The lit candle tree design was forbidden. And the skill is parry. Okay. Surreptitious, there we go. I just needed a moment to get my tongue to behave itself. That's the word. It's a very cool word. But when I'm tired, to wrap my tongue around how to... It's like English is my first language, and yet I struggle with English very, very often. It's a challenging language. Without a doubt. Okay. Hey Crusader, it's nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. I'm pretty tired, but we're getting stuff done here in Elden Ring. Just reading that bottom part of the description again to myself. Thought to represent a surreptitious prophecy of cardinal sin. The lit candle tree design was forbidden. I see. How goes it? I'm good, thank you. Just, like, a little bit tired as we're kind of nearing the end of the stream here. We've been through a lot this stream. We basically finished Sellen's questline, and there's a lot of lore. And so my brain is just feeling, like, a little bit overloaded with information at the moment. But otherwise, like, yeah, I'm really good. I've been having a wonderful time with Elden Ring here, and, making some more progress on quest lines, and also we just, finished a boss there. You're ending? Not now, but soon, like 15, 30 minutes-ish, I would think. I really want to get, like, at least one more dungeon done before wrapping things up. Alright. And then we have the Black Hood, which is a final item description to read here. Hood of lusterless black fabric that conceals its wearer's identity. In this world, there is very little that must necessarily be known. I mean, yeah, that's kind of true about Souls lore in general, and yet I want to know all of the lore regardless. Alright. Thank you for the anonymously redeemed Crusader. Yeah, let me swap into that outfit. Give me just a second to do that, which I have to do manually. And I just click on a couple of buttons and I head over here. Bam! There we go. It's me, anonymously, nya. I also want to give a quick shout out to Marky and also do the Marky Kofi command. As he blesses us with his presence via a lurk. And thanks for being here, everyone, and thank you so much for putting up with my tired brain. Well, I think that's not a good way of putting it, but thank you for being here. That's all I'm trying to say. It's just thank you for being here, even if I play really slowly and my disability makes it hard for me to actually read and process information. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you so very much, Lumi. Of course, Marky! Marky's going to be playing more Breath of Fire later in the week. So go check out Marky. Also, 227 deaths is pretty low for a first playthrough. Considering that we're doing everything, yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely. We got a streak back. Yay! Thank you for the 3-stream streak, Crusader. Enjoy the channel points. Thank you for the heart there as well, Looney. You're all so nice to me, and I want to pay that kindness forward as much as I can. Alright. I'm just looking at these item descriptions again before we close the menu and get a move on. Alright. I'm at lurk for a bit, try to be back to say bye. Oh, thank you, Crusader. I really do appreciate it. Interesting, there doesn't seem to be another door to come in this room. Oh, wait. Huh. I wanna try and go through that fog door then. Like the other one. Where we got the assassin stuff. Actually, I don't mind if we were to just, like, go to the entrance of another dungeon and then just, like, wrap up there, because, like, yeah, I am pretty exhausted. Which is annoying because I spent the entire day resting. It's, that's chronic exhaustion for ya. You spend the whole day resting, so I won't be tired for the Elden Ring stream. And I end up still tired for the Elden Ring stream. Just use my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Okay. Oh. Just gonna skip past the enemies. Skip, skip, skip. Jump, jump, jump. And let's go here again. Where does this go? Wait, is there... Oh, there's another boss! Necromancer Garrus. Thank you, V. I'm so tired that I didn't think to come back here. If I missed it, I would have just come back at the start of the next stream. Oh no, please. Please don't. Don't do this to me. I'm so dead. But there we go, there's the first death of stream. Alright, let me go and run that back now. Okay, so we can do this boss fight and then leave the dungeon and wrap up stream there. Or just speed along here. I'm actually glad that I died, because I had rooms that were like all the way in the Gelmir hero's grave, and I couldn't be bothered to backtrack to grab them, so they were just constantly on my compass, and that was sort of annoying me. So I'm happy that that death happened. Garrus, be gone. Family heads. Okay, so yeah, there's two bosses, which isn't surprising. Most dungeons, or not most dungeons, but quite a few dungeons like tend to have two bosses. Alright, yeah, I guess let's head back here. We'll return to a previous grace. We'll look at the item description, then we'll get things all wrapped up. Because yeah, I am really exhausted now. I'm even yawning. But yeah, that's time for me to get rest. Abandoned Coffin Grace, is that fine? Yeah, next time we'll explore the rest of this area here and then go to the Volcano Manor. Starting with family heads here, which is a flail. In fact, the only item description that we're going to read here is the last one that has the exclamation point on it. Family heads. 3 bludgeoning copper heads attached to a handle by chains. Signature weapon of Necromancer Garrus, the heretical sage. The heads were made to resemble those of his wife and 2 children. And the unique skill is familial rancor. Gently rattle the copper heads to summon vengeful spirits that chase down foes. The anguish of a spouse and children invites accursed wrath. Right, it does require intelligence, which we do not have. I was thinking this kind of reminds me of Pinwheel in a way. Like, Necromancer Garrus reminds me of Pinwheel, kind of, with like the... almost having a bone wheel in the arena with the rolling skull and the heads here. Of course, it's a wife and 2 children, not like a wife himself and a child. But like it feels like it's kind of a reference. Kind of. Not exactly. Just vaguely familiar, I would say. Feels deja vu. Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, where have I heard this story before? Where have I seen this kind of fight before? And also, similarly, Necromancer Garrus is really, really easy. Like, yeah, I died to him on my first attempt, but that's because he summoned the familial rancor, and that screwed me up. I should have just waited for them to, like, despawn if they despawn, but maybe they would have just kept tracking me until I died. So, yeah, but we won. That's all that matters. Alright. I guess we can get a level up here as well. It's only 40k runes. We have runes to spend. Let's do that. If I do all of those, then plus some extra, then I can get the level. Like a couple more, like 7,000 more, give or take. Let's just use 3 of these. That should be enough for a level up. Oh, no, it is barely not enough. Oh my goodness. I'll use one of my golden rune ones then. I must go, likely won't be back for end of stream. Take care, y'all. Thank you so much for being here, V. I do hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm gonna level up here and then literally close the game when we're gonna get wrapped up. But thank you for being here regardless, I do appreciate it. I'm thinking, what do I want to put my points into? I guess Vigor. I guess we can get Vigor to... Actually, no. Let's get Strength to 50, and then we'll get Vigor to 50. You know, it's been a while since I lost, like, damage stat upgrade. Alright, yeah, checking my inventory, everything's all good there. Yeah, let's go close the game. Get things all wrapped up. Hey Claywell, we're just about to get wrapped up here, but thank you so much for stopping by. Good morning to you. Yeah, literally just closed the game. Alright, let's go and head over here and get the stream all wrapped up. Thank you so much everyone for coming by the stream. Hope you had a lovely time with some sleepy Lumi Elden Ring. We managed to get Selen and Jaren's questlines done. We did some Patch's questline stuff. We got to explore a mini dungeon. Feels like I could have done a lot more, but you know, because I was a little bit sleepy, I got a couple of things done, and I'm proud of myself for what I got done. So I missed you. No, it's nothing to apologize for. It's lovely to see you around regardless, even if it's at the end here. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I did have a really nice time, even if I was a bit sleepy, so, you know, maybe off stream I'll, like, reread some of those item descriptions, just so, like, my brain fully comprehends what I read on this stream. I do want to look up what happens if you side with Jaren at the end of Selen's questline. I do want to see that. But anyway, that's enough yapping from me. Let me quickly promote the socials and the Discord server. You know where to find me off stream. I post my stream schedule every single week on Blue Sky and Discord, and I do also upload these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube. So hey, if you're on YouTube, hi, thanks for getting to the end of this VOD. Yeah, let me thank everyone who came by to stream, support the channel, and then we'll find someone to raid off into. Thank you so much for being here, Melissa. Thank you so much for being here, Moon. Thank you so much for being here, Alex Speedling. Thank you so much for being here, 2 Peas in a Pot. Thank you so much for being here, It's Just a Goblin. Thanks for being here, V and Sharks Are Tasty. Thank you so much for being here, Landsy, and thank you so much for the raid. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for being here, Looney Ravenwitch. Thank you so much for being here, Epic Umiko. Thank you so much for being here. Gotta keep scrolling. Friendly Crusader, Marky, and thank you for being here, Claywell, and of course, any lurkers, VOD watchers, thank you so much for being here as well. Or I typically say, whether you've been here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking or watching the VOD. You are all appreciated. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it was a nice and quiet and slow Elden Ring stream. But yes, we will be back with more Elden Ring later in the week, Friday and Saturday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And we will be moving on to the Volcano Manor after we wrap up, like, a couple more things here in, like, this section of the Altus Plateau. And I'm looking forward to Volcano Manor. It's gonna be interesting, because I do know that there's basically a whole entire side plot that occurs there that you can choose to preemptively end if you decide to fight the boss of Volcano Manor, which we will fight the boss of Volcano Manor, just not until after we've done the entire quest line. Anyway, yeah, let's see, who is live at the moment? Who can we raid into? Because I want to pass you all off onto someone nice and cozy to enjoy. I want to raid into... I feel like it's been a while since I last raided into this streamer. Let's raid into Female Clerk A, who's currently playing some World of Warcraft. Female Clerk A is really, really chill. She plays a bunch of FromSoft stuff as well. Really, really cozy vibes. She's got a bunch of really cool redeems on her stream as well, if you want to check those all out. She's just really good to me, and I'm gonna go support her and her community. So with that all being said and done, let's get that raid up and going. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world, everyone. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds, in case you've forgotten them. I know people do need those reminders. And the moral of the stream is that it's okay to have a sleepy day. It's okay to be a bit slow. It's totally fine. Thank you for streaming, Lumi. Thank you for being here, Kaz. It's lovely to see you. Oh, I forgot to say, because I'm so tired, I've been forgetting to say the stuff that I would normally say, but we'll be back here tomorrow with more Shovel Knight King of Cards, and then, yes, later in the week for more Elden Ring and more Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak with Moon. So, you know, stay tuned for all those streams. But yes, I'm gonna go lay down, I'm gonna go rest, and hopefully sleep exceptionally well. So yes, let's go right into Female Clerk A. Let's wish her the best of luck with all of the Warcrafting of Worlds, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. It is raid time, baby. Oh yeah! And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye!